Hello and welcome back to the channel, all about Rivian news and technology and things that are coming in the near future. One of the things that is great about owning a Rivian, similar to a Tesla, is the rapid and frequent software updates. Our vehicles, since we've owned them, which is 6 and 8 months respectively, is that we've been getting an update roughly every month or so that add a ton of new features. It's one of the best parts of owning a Rivian. So we've gotten things like new drive modes, better autonomy, better sound improvements, new music streaming, entertainment options, live view through our gear guard where you can remotely view your cameras and all kinds of great stuff. Well, today on X, in response to one of Kyle Connor's videos from Out of Spec, Seem Been Said posted that they're going to make an all-wheel drive mode much better for dual motor owners. Both of our vehicles are dual max vehicles, and I will say that there's a distinct difference in how the vehicle operates in the automatic connect disconnect, which is usually pretty good, versus a full-time all-wheel drive mode, which is more like what the tri and quad motors have. Now, for EPA reasons, this is the automatic connect disconnect, which is generally speaking about 19 miles an hour, where it disconnects back into two-wheel drive mode. But if you really stomp on it, it reconnects. You can feel the clunkiness of the reconnecting a little bit. It's pretty good on Gen 2 vehicles. It was worse on Gen 1. I've also noticed that if you're in some slick situations, like we were going through the mountain pass, and hit a little bit of, slick, it didn't fully lose traction, but you can feel it slip just a little bit. The traction control feels it and kicks in the second motor. Now, there were ways to convince the car to be all-wheel drive where you'd say set stability to reduced, which seems a little counterintuitive to then get all-wheel drive mode. There are specific drive modes like snow mode and off-road mode that do enable all-wheel drive all the time, but they come with compromises such as different regen, the lack of being able to use ADAS, things like that. So this is really exciting news if you're a dual motor owner to be getting a feature in the near soon-ish future in Rivian terms of having an option to maybe say, hey, for this drive, I would like it to be all-wheel drive all the time because I'm going to do a little bit of a spirited drive on a backcountry road or something like that. Whereas the key on scenario may still be the automatic connect disconnect just for efficiency and EPA rating. But if you are a dual motor owner or considering a dual motor owner, I think this is terrific news because it really one of the biggest incentives to go all the way up to the tri-motor or above was the fact that the all-purpose mode on those vehicles is all-wheel drive. And in fact, you'd have to go into the conserve mode very intentionally to get a very similar drive situation to what the default all-purpose is on dual motor. This is also really good, interesting timing with my video from yesterday about the different battery options because a lot of that range that is stated has to do with the default drive mode. And so, the tri and quad actually, quad hasn't been released on the EPA numbers yet, but the tri motor, for example, in conserve mode is very, very, very similar to the dual motor in its all purpose because they're very similar drive modes and therefore the efficiency shakes out to be quite similar as well. So anyone who's driven even the quote slowest Rivian R1s knows that there's quite a bit of pep in there. And if you could have a mode that kept that second motor engaged, I think for the majority of owners, an all-wheel drive, full-time all-wheel drive dual motor is more than enough power. All right, so I just want to bring you this quick news as it broke. If you found this interesting, hit the like button. If you want to learn more about Rivian, EVs, and future technology, hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.